Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Live podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a music.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
Yo.
What's good? What's going on, people?
Not much. How y'all doing? What's happening?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Great. Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday night edition of Friday Night Lights Podcast Show. We already have two commenters listening today. Case and Maurice, representing Johnson County Trojans. And
all right, now.
O'Neal, what's going on? And Brian Jones is joining us along with Jamie. How are y'all doing?
What's
He's
up?
in the building. Hey guys.
All right.
Hey Jeremy, you gonna be good today? No.
I already know he ain't gonna be good. He already got eyes up there.
Who he looking for? Them Thomaston fans?
You know what?
For the sake of the show, please pronounce the name right. For the
Please.
sake of the show, please
Nope,
pronounce
I'm not gonna do it unless they win on Friday. Just
Hey,
like that
man.
school down in Cordell. I ain't calling them by their name. I call them Cordell.
What's
I mean,
going
because
on?
don't-
Antoine?
What's up, Antoine? What's up, Jamie? I know you're excited about Coca County, but don't get them people confused with us and Lee. Just call them. Just
Okay.
do it for the sake of the show, man. For the sake
Call
of
him,
the show.
call him Tommy Town or something.
Tommy, I call them Tommy Town. I ain't gonna call them correct until they win. If not, they're gonna be forever known as Tommy Town in this group.
Yeah, Brian, we're gonna get to that. But we're gonna try to spread it around so people won't, tune out the show. But we're gonna definitely talk about that. That is a big story that
Well, thank you,
landed
Casey.
today.
We'll do it at the end.
For the end. Thank you, Kason. We appreciate you listening. Make sure you get your friends to listen too. Glad you enjoy us. All right. So Monday night we discussed what 1A, D2
Yeah.
through 3A.
Yeah.
And we'll focus a little bit more on 4A through 7A tonight. But we can talk about anything y'all want to talk about, okay?
The floor is open right now for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, anything I want to talk about, we can talk about, and then we'll get into the 4A, 7A brackets. So
Let me start off with this thing. Let me welcome all the Thompson fans who have come into the group. We appreciate it. I like the energy that I've been seeing between Thompson and Appleton going back and forth. I like that kind of stuff. But here's the thing, just like I told y'all earlier today, you have to show up because somebody gonna lose that game. Don't disappear. And let me tell you why I say that. Last season, we had some Thompson fans talking trash, all in fun and everything. I forgot who they lost to, but once they lost that playoff game, everybody disappeared. Couldn't find them again.
I think it was
Oh, it was Apple. It was Apple. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it
But,
was.
Okay, so they disappeared. What I'm trying to say is, keep the same energy. Yeah, it'll hurt if your team lose. Shoot, he's kind of lost, but we still here. We hanging in. You know what I'm saying? Fan interaction is what livens up the page. It makes the page more entertaining and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate y'all listening to the show, to the podcast, and everything. Just make sure you stick around because, like I said, one team gonna lose. That would be Pinatas jokes, roasting. You got to have thick skin and be able to take it. So that's my public service announcement. I want to start off with that. So, panel, what do y'all think?
I think you are 100% correct. And I would just like to add that goes for Appling County as well, because we had an influx of Appling County fans last year. And then when they were baptized in the waters of Ellenwood, we did not see them again until they beat Pierce County this year. So we want y'all to stick around too in case y'all lose.
Okay. Okay,
So that's
very
that.
good. Well, I tell you what, I know some people say Thompson will win by double digits. Others say Appling will win again. I gotta tell you, I haven't seen Thompson play much this year, but I definitely will go check out their last game if it's available on that NFHS app.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all know I've been singing Appling praises. About probably, for the past few weeks. Appling got a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good team. Yeah. If either one of those teams win by double digits, I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Me
But
too.
I'm kind of leaning toward Apple. You know what I'm saying? They to me they played the tougher schedule, tougher competition. But a lot of times you could throw that out the window too when they're involved in a playoff game. Because if those young men are hungry enough, they want it enough, they don't want their season to end, whatever schedule you play don't matter sometimes. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's all about the production that they're willing to, lay out on the football field. I think that's going to be a good game. That's why I chose it as one of my marquee games of the week.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that game. That's going to be
Yeah.
a good one. Now, somebody mentioned Johnson County and Schley. I
Yeah.
think that'll be a good game too. You know what I'm saying? And if we have enough time, later on through the show, we'll touch on that. But that Apple and Thompson game is definitely marquee.
Yes.
Um, but Jeremy, I don't know about Thompson offense yet because, like I said, I haven't watched them play. But I do know that Apple is stout on defense. I do know y'all are stout on defense, but once I watch them, then I'll be able to give you a better answer on it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Hey, Miss Shan, how are you today?
I am great. How are you guys?
We're
All
good.
right, Shane, how you
What's
doing?
going on, Shan? Hold on. I'm gonna say this right here for all those Thomaston fans that been coming on here with them what them things is pines whatever y'all know what I'm talking about.
Pinatas.
Get them pinatas. All y'all coming out with them pinatas. If y'all lose, the pinatas coming y'all way. Please take it and keep it
Don't go hiding.
and keep it and just keep it and keep moving.
I think they will. Thompson is loaded offensively and defensively, according to Kelsey Neal. Okay. Okay. I
Well, they
mean,
say the same thing every year. They
at
say the
this
same thing every year.
you got Cricket Mobile tonight, Mike. We can't hear you.
Right. You sounded garbage.
Man, up here sounding like R2D2. Up here R2D2 with a deep voice and thing. Come on, man. Fix your phone, bro. Come on here with that
Oh,
cricket mobile message.
okay. Omar Lewis says both Thompson quarterbacks have almost 900 yards passing. Starter and the backup Jones and Story. Okay. I have to go back and look at your I'm gonna have to go back and look at your look at the statistics again, because I think the last time we checked, their average passing yards weren't, they didn't average, that wasn't the average. But okay, Kelsey, we believe
I
you.
will say this. Thompson, listen to me very carefully. Y'all be hype about your team as you should be. You should be hype about your team. They make the playoffs. They do great. But y'all say the same thing every year and then end up getting tripped up. And I really want to root for you guys. I really do. You know what I'm saying? But I hear the same thing almost every year. And then when you fold, like laundry on the clothesline, you know what I'm saying? Then we can't find y'all. I want you to tell us, why are y'all so confident as opposed to previous years? Do y'all really think y'all have enough to get by this stout Appleton County team this time?
Thompson by
You know?
13.
Dro,
Yeah.
answer these two questions real quick and tell her that you gonna touch on that later. It's on the screen now.
Hold on, let me see.
It's not a
Well,
question.
Well,
They're
have a
looking for
well,
they're looking for a
response.
response. We're
Yeah,
not
response.
discussing that right now. And if you came
yeah,
on just for
we're gonna
that
talk
news,
about that
then
later. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
talk about
address
that
that toward the
later
end.
on in the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
And yes,
I,
Kimberly, it's me. It's me.
I
How
just,
are you tonight? It's me.
yeah, I just wanted. She said, I just wanted. She called his name, so I wanted him to be the one to say the response to it because she called his name because she liked how he talk. I guess.
Yeah, we Kimberly,
Mhm.
we're gonna talk about that later on in the show. Um
Okay.
so we're gonna talk about that later on in the show. We're gonna touch on that. But like we mentioned at the outset, that is one of the big stories today. Well, that is probably the big story today in high school football. But yeah, I found out earlier today before the article was posted. But we definitely gonna touch on that. But Kelsey, he wants to join the panel. So
And Omar
Mo,
too.
Omar, and Kelsey want to come on. So let's see if they come on. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood.
Okay,
We'll
can I
we'll
explain it
Make
to him, Dro?
hold
make
on
the
real
show
quick.
better.
Hold on real quick.
Okay.
We're gonna let them join after we go over the predictions for the week. Then we'll bring them on.
Okay, so guys, y'all sit tight. And we'll invite you on after the predictions. But let me go ahead and explain something to you. Pedro fancies himself. He describes himself as an antagonist. He is not an antagonist. He's just real. He says what he means. He means what he says. And if you're going to come on here and you're going to represent your team, you need to have some personality. You need to be passionate and fervent about what you're saying. Now, if you come on here talking like this, and I think we're going to be do pretty good, he's going to say what? Go ahead, Dro. What you going to tell him?
Get them out of
Get
here.
him out of here.
You gotta go.
He gonna kick you off. So we want you to join, but make sure that you say it with your chest when you get on here. Okay? No problem, man, because I be representing Thompson. Okay. Well,
I hear you. Yeah, go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
know. I'm just saying. I hope you live up to it because if you don't, the last thing you want Dro to do is go on a tangent because it's funny, and you either gonna laugh or your feelings gonna be hurt.
And not to mention, it's non-stop. You gon'
Non-stop. He gets on a tangent.
Well, they gonna make the Don DC Curry come out.
Just saying, man. Though, Brother Brains and Energy tonight is semi-final week. Do not come on here, and because if I get sleepy, it's not gonna be good for you. I'm just telling you now. If you make me sleepy, if I start yawning and things, I'm gonna tear a hole in you. I'm telling you that now.
Hey, can we
So
backtrack real fast? Since
yeah,
y'all
go
couldn't
ahead.
hear me earlier.
Yeah,
PK, Tommytown. If you don't come correct on Friday, PK will get you because you come in here with your chest swelled up, talking a whole lot, blowing a lot of hot air. So PK looking for you on Friday.
Thompson by 13.
listen. Let me say something right quick. because I don't want to get the impression. I don't want any of the Thompson fans to have the impression that it's one side or slant. I like the fact that they representing their team and saying they're going to win. They should
Me
do
too.
that.
Me
They
too.
should do that. I don't have a problem with it. The only issue I have is if they lose, and the reason I'm saying that because they did it last season, they disappear, they vanish. You understand what I'm saying? You can't find them no more. And all kind of excuses come. Well, I don't live on Facebook, or I got to work, or I got to pick up my dog from the vet. You know what I'm saying? I got to go in here and cook. I got to eat leftovers, or
Well,
I got to, I got to,
it
I
was a
got to.
long ride from Baxley.
Yeah, it's a long ride from Best. I got to stop by the Walmart. I got to get some gas, or I got to
Man, I
go
forgot
paint the
to walk my
wall.
pitch.
Yeah, take a
I,
minute.
I, I
Gotta
got to
walk
go
my
watch
I
pitch.
didn't have
grass
no
grow.
phone service.
Well,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
could be
all that
true.
kind of stuff. I don't, I
That
don't want
could
to
be
hear
true.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Maury. Let me say this. More. You say you want to join, but you're more biased on 7A. Well, we will be discussing 7A tonight. This is not just about Thompson and Amplin. It's about the semifinals in GHSA. Period.
Yeah, we're
So,
going all the way up to 7A tonight,
yeah,
4A to 7A.
we're going to be talking about that tonight. So, if you want
Hey,
to talk about
Maury, are you from Cockwood? I think he's from Cockwood.
okay, you can come on. Where's my Johnson County fan? You want to talk to us? You can talk to us too.
Johnson State champions.
Yeah,
Come on, Johnson, and represent.
We
We got any Swainsboro people on here?
Yeah, she's got y'all winning the state championship. I mean, Yo has y'all winning the state championship. So
Johnson, Waynesboro, Talkwood, Thompson. I got them all. With me.
no North Georgia teams at all.
Okay, Maury. I'm from Moultrie. I got to find out who you are.
Yeah. So yeah, Kaysen, you come on too. You come on, talk to us. After we get started. O'Neal said he was tired not the last time because I wasn't on here the last time he came on, but that Saturday night when he came on a couple of weeks ago, he said he was tired.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, really?
Why I
Oh,
drove.
really?
Oh, he was tired. Mm-hmm.
You're right. Okay, see, now he done lied. Because first he said he was at work. Then he said
he was at work. He was tired. He was just trying to.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Hey, being at work tired, that's two different excuses now. Which one is it, O'Neal?
And if we got some Warner Robins fans, y'all come on too and represent. I seen a lot of posts today where they're saying they wanted all of Middle Georgia to show up at the MAC and support them. But you guys need to come on here too as well.
Yeah, come on. Who else
Hey, what you were saying to O'Neal?
I said O'Neal. Which one is it? He worked first. He at work, then he tired. Them two
sleepy.
Yeah, you can't come.
He said he was just trying to get through.
He's hungry, he's tired, he's sleepy. None of that
Y'all check this out. Let me tell you, this was O'Neal the last time. Y'all want me to do the O'Neal voice?
Yes, do the O'Neal.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yes.
This how O'Neal signed the last time he came on. And first of all, who's his team again?
Ware County.
Okay, Ware County. Oh, Ware County. Yeah, man, my Ware County Gators. They're gonna be doing real good, and I think we're gonna win the game. And we got a good team. We got a lot of speed. See, I bet you we losing viewers right now as I speak. O'Neal came with that kind of energy. You see what I'm saying? Please don't do that tonight.
I'm so tickled. Yes, but you can come back on too, O'Neal. You can. So, yeah. What else we got? Oh, the playoff brackets came out last night. I think they were the college playoff brackets came out. I think they were exactly how we thought they would be: Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and USC. Ohio State number 5, Alabama number 6. Now, what that says to me is Alabama's not getting into the playoffs because
they shouldn't.
I think what's going to happen is now if USC loses, they'll probably stick Ohio State back in there. But if TCU and USC lose, I don't see them kicking TCU out. And they'll probably make them a 4 seed because they'll still be a 1-loss team. But I just don't see them getting rid of TCU and USC and just putting both Alabama and what you call it in. So
Yes. We'll come back to that.
So are we gonna start the brackets? I'm just trying to
we're finna go to a commercial break.
Oh, okay.
All right. Roll Tide.
Tune in.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind.
Every
Stay
Monday,
tuned for your Friday
Wednesday,
night lights
Friday
on Monday,
night.
Wednesday night.
I know you don't think I'm just let that slide. You just gonna go roll tide before this commercial breaking thing. Yeah, but I
They
get
don't roll
him
right
later
out
on.
the
Roll
playoff.
that in on Roll Tide.
They roll it out
Uh-huh.
the playoff.
Yeah, I get him later on. We gonna keep the show moving right now, cause y'all know when I go left, I stay left. So
Yes, when you go left, we stay left. So okay, so we'll table that. I see a different avatar up there. I'm assuming my buddy
The Wizard. The Wizard.
is in the building. So we'll talk about the playoffs later.
Mr.
How are you
Wizard.
doing today? What's happening? What's up? Can you hear
How
me?
are you?
Hey, Mr.
Did
Wizard.
you? Hi,
I'm
Mr.
good.
Wizard. Did you apologize to the Wicked Witch yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I apologize Monday. Yeah, she heard me. She got a little mad.
Of course she did. That was just disrespectful.
I'm still saying though, she still gotta eat.
Come on
Okay.
with it, Wizard, man. I already ain't. I don't fool with wizards and witches and ghouls and ghosts. Come on with it, man. Come on with it.
All right, we coming with it. Y'all see the screen? I need to make it bigger.
We got you. We see it.
All right. So we're starting off with in 4A. So we're starting off in 4A today.
Yes.
Let me go there.
That's better.
All right. So starting off in 4A on the top side of the bracket. I got did I open up the wrong one? Yep, I sure did.
Oh Lord.
I know, right?
You on that green tonight. You on that green.
I know, right? I'm on that green.
Put that yak down, Wizard. Put that yak down.
I had
know,
to put
right?
off going off about road tide just for the Wizard this week. They had keep us waiting. Come on, man. Come on, Wizard. Come on.
Look, man. You ran out of gas on the broom today, okay? Leave me
Well, that's
alone.
what you get for talking about them. No.
Right.
There we go.
I had to go see a man about a mule. Oh Lord.
Boy, y'all see.
Show enough, sis. Show enough.
Go Thompson Bulldog. We gonna get to y'all.
Real
While we
quick.
waiting on the Wizard, does anybody have an update on the Alabama playoff or Alabama high school state playoff?
No, it started at 7, which is they're an hour behind, so it won't be till 8 o'clock our time.
Okay, who's playing tonight?
Thompson and Auburn for the championship.
Oh, how about that? So you mean to tell me no Central Phoenix?
No Central
Phoenix.
That put me in a good mood right there. No Central Phoenix. All right.
Well, they hadn't been on here to talk about it. They've gone the way of the Cordeal fans.
Yeah, they don't put us down, but hey, it's all good.
It's all good. We've got new blood. So welcome y'all.
There we go. I was wrestling today. So there we go. We got the right.
Here we go,
right
Wizard. Here we go.
All right. So as I was saying, top side of the bracket. You got
Come on
left
now,
side, shall I
shawty.
say. We got Cedartown versus North Dakota. Got Cedartown winning 31-21.
And they'll be in Cedartown, right? So the top bracket is home.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless it's the highest seed. On the right hand side, we got Benedictine versus Troop. Got Benedictine winning that one, 38-21.
Okay.
Any comments?
I think that Troop kind of Benedictine game ought to be pretty good.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup, but I'll still take Benedictine for the W.
Me too. I agree with you, Wizard.
All right, 5A. Got Ware versus Dutchtown. I got Ware winning that one in a landslide. Warner Robins, Cartersville.
Oh yeah.
Now this one here was a toss-up. Now
Is it in Warner Robins?
No.
Yeah, it's at Warner Robins.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So with that being said, it's gonna be a close game, but I'm giving the edge to Warner Robins.
Okay.
That game will not even be close. So carry on, Mr. Wizard.
Well,
Which one won't be close?
Cartersville, Warner Robins.
Cartersville, Warner Robins will not be close.
What's your rationale?
Well, maybe, just maybe, if Cartersville have STFU and played football, it probably would have been a good game. But they did just give Warner Robins all the bulletin board material they needed. And I think they're going to use that to their advantage to kind of run them off the field at
So
home.
what happened? What's the bulletin board material?
Social media just talking about how they own Warner Robins and they this and that. And I just couldn't understand how, considering the last two games, Warner Robins beat them in the state championship and then beat them on their way to repeat for the second title handily on both times. And for some reason, they thought they should be on social media posting saying they own Warner Robins.
But you know what that is? That's tactics. If we can get in your head ahead of the game, then we already got you.
Yeah.
So it's a game. It's a game thing.
If you can give me fuel to ignite me also when you waking up a sleeping giant, I don't see the need in that.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're entertaining themselves because Westbrook ain't gonna have his guys on social media with that.
Mhm. I mean, they see it, but I don't think that they're not gonna respond. All I know is they better not make Big mad because somebody gonna pay for that.
Well, like I said, I don't think it'll be close. Hopefully, my sister, cousin, and I will be attending that game. So I'll definitely keep an update going.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to 6A.
All right.
So this is what I'm looking at in 6A. I'm looking at Roswell over Gainesville. On the left-hand side, Roswell to the championship, and Hughes over Rome. Hughes to the state championship.
Man, we ain't crying no folk yet.
Got to go through the motions, man. Got to go through the motions.
I got Gainesville with the W over Roswell.
I like that, sis. I like that.
It's possible. It's possible because it's possible.
Well, just like I said,
hey, Mr.
yeah, just like I said about the 3A bracket. And y'all might disagree with me, but this bracket in particular don't really excite me because I mean, just go ahead and get a trophy to Langston Hughes and just call it a day. Don't even play these games.
But just remember what you said, Dro, earlier today. Like at this point, with these four, any one of the four teams can
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you right. I did say that.
Yeah, don't go back to what you said, Joe. I look from the two divisions in single A, double A, triple A. I don't even say triple A, but 4A, 5A, and 7A, you might have that argument. But 6A, that 14 can do this, take that, leave that stuff alone. If your name don't have Langston Hughes on the front of that shirt, you is not hosting a trophy in 6A.
And they definitely got it on lock for sure. But out of that, I say it's going to be a Gainesville Hughes championship.
I think that'll be a better one than that Roswell Hughes. So I agree with you on that, sis.
So all of the 6A teams are from up north. Thomas County Central was the last South Georgia team standing. Looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well. So it'll be an all north matchup.
And yeah, because Houston County got put out by Gainesville. Yep.
And Thomas County Central got put out by
Roswell.
Roswell.
Yep.
I think I'm wondering if Roswell took. Well, maybe not. I'm just talking. You haven't heard from Marietta in a minute, right? Are they 7A?
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if whether Roswell and Walton took some of their fire. I'm just
Well,
curious.
Roswell High is a hike from Marietta, but you do have the Walton, the Allatunas. The Marietta High School is dang near on the Cobb County, Paulding County line. So maybe I know North Paulding did well this year. So if it's anything, it could be that. Especially in the Alatoona and Kennesaw area, people are moving from that Marietta area up to those areas that's building up.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mystery on how Marietta used to always be in the thick of things, and now you just don't hear from them
At all.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's cause of Buford.
No,
Yeah.
they still away. I mean, they're away from
they're away
Buford,
from
though.
Buford.
It don't matter with Buford, you know that.
It don't matter with Buford. They pay that little money and they go into Buford. It doesn't matter.
Georgia says, tell them, I don't care if you from Fort Valley, Georgia. Hell, you can be on Buford roster.
Exactly.
Without and it be totally legal.
On a 5 move.
I don't even think they have to have bona fide moves. I don't know what they're doing. The wizard must have touched them or something. Omar says it's gonna be Gainesville and Hughes, so he agrees with you, Shan.
Okay, Omar. Big O.
Well, Wizard gonna tell him what he's gonna say.
Omar, go do your pick'ems. That's all I can tell you. Go do your
Do your pick'ems, bro. Do your pick'ems. We gotta knock this wizard out.
So you can prove the wizard wrong.
That's all to it. Yep, prove me wrong. Please, by all means.
All right, let's hit 7A.
All right, 7A. This is what we got.
Ooh.
I'm showing Colquitt over Carrollton. Colquitt to the state finals, and Mill Creek over Milton. Mill Creek will play Colquitt in the state championship.
We kind of counted that. We kind of counted that in the beginning.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
One, my sis, who is a Colquitt County Packer to her heart, as well as a Peach County Trojan,
And a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, she put us on about Colquitt County. They came and scrimmaged Peach County this year, and I looked at them and I pretty much said, "Crown."
That's my hometown, Motown.
I think Carrollton is a good team. I thought that they would meet Buford in the quarters. I'm sorry, in the quarters and beat Buford. Unfortunately, Buford got upset by Walton. Carrollton is a tough team. Maybe if they was on the other side, I think they would give Mill Creek a run. I would love to have seen that semifinals matchup on the left side to the state championship game.
Yeah, Carrollton has a phenom at quarterback.
Yes,
And the coach that is at Carrollton now was at Cartersville when Trevor Lawrence was there. So
and the coach is at Colquitt was at Carrollton.
Yeah, so
quarterback whispers.
So even if Carrollton doesn't win this year, I think you're going to hear from them in the next couple of years. Yeah, he's just a freshman. Devarius Franklin, welcome to the podcast. Have y'all done 2A? We did 2A on Monday. We'll circle back around and talk about 2A tonight. Once we get through these brackets, we can talk about whatever it is y'all want to talk about. And we're gonna have some people from Thompson come on and talk to us about why they think they are going to be victorious on Friday night.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Dogs.
Yes,
Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
Do y'all think that Carrollton is an underdog, or are they evenly matched with Colquitt County?
I think they're evenly matched. And I think they got a heck of a quarterback in that young freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think what pushes Colquitt to the edge is their defense is stellar.
The pen.
So
Don't forget about that.
And they're in the hog pen.
They
I
play
think
and then the
everybody.
hall pen.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Carrollton historically is known to be a very physical team.
True.
Very
they
physical.
are.
So I don't think they'll be intimidated down
Oh
there at
no,
Colquitt County.
Mhm.
not
Um,
at all. Not at all.
you know,
They're very strong. They got great lines. They're very, and I know it sounds cliche, but they are very disciplined and fundamental. I mean,
right.
it's gonna be
And you got to understand that the Colquitt coach came from Carrollton, so he gonna know what he know what he's going up against.
Got a one up on them, babe. You're absolutely right. But
Yes, I mean,
here's my thing that gives Colquitt, besides playing in the hog pen, the edge is the athletes. I know we got the good on right now, but maybe when Thirsty comes, y'all would know Thirsty and I have talked, and he talked about quarterback play for Colquitt. But what you don't understand is when you got a slew, and I mean a slew of athletes, quarterback play can be a game manager. And that's what he is. Charlie Pace, the running back, not Carr, the tight end, these guys that's committed to Georgia. You got defensive that's committed to
you're breaking up,
you're
bro.
breaking up.
Somebody
While
tell
you're
him to go back
breaking
in the
up,
garage.
can I say this? To the gentleman that wanted to come on from Thompson, please check your messengers for the link so that you can sign in to StreamYard. And Darwin says on paper, Carrollton doesn't have that 7A size you think of, but they are some dogs. And he also said that they're well coached. I don't know. I call it a toss up, but I still give the edge to Colquitt. I would not be surprised if Carrollton went down there and won. But
hold on, baby, not to interrupt you. That's
go
what I
ahead,
do.
go,
Can
darling.
you hear me now? Not breaking up, is it? Because I need you to hear this.
Okay.
Okay.
It's still kind of choppy, bro.
Okay, well, Carrollton got a chance to win. You hear me?
Snowball chance.
Snowball chance in hell. They are not going to Moultrie, Georgia, and beating Colquitt County on Friday.
Okay.
That game could go either way, in my
Okay.
opinion.
I'm gonna predict that Colquitt is gonna go to the state championship game, and they're gonna win it with a perfect record this year, 15-0.
Most definitely will.
What's Carrollton's record?
They lost. No, Carrollton undefeated also.
Carrollton 13 undefeated, 13-0.
Okay. Let me tell you, it's the semifinal. All those players on that field Friday night, they know what's at stake. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You could throw out records, you could throw out the previous games played and all of that. That game right there, it has the potential, let me put it that way. It has the potential to be one of the best games played this coming Friday.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
might
know,
be the best.
And the tickets are selling out, so they're gonna probably be like you're gonna be standing up in that stadium.
now Jamie says he see the score being Colquitt 36, Carrollton 17. I mean, what is it about Carrollton where y'all think that Colquitt is just gonna steamroll Carrollton like that?
It's
I
not.
say 30. I say 30. I say 35. Probably 35, 31. It's gonna be close. It ain't gonna be like no,
It'll be a
you
one
know.
score affair. I think it'll be a
Yeah,
one
Cause,
score affair either way.
cause
that
let
or a
me ask
field
y'all
goal.
this. Let me ask y'all this. Did Carrollton beat Buford?
No, they didn't. They didn't play.
No,
Oh, okay. They didn't
Walton
play each
beat
other. Okay.
Buford.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's who it
Walton
Yeah,
was.
beat
It was
Buford.
Walton. It was
right.
Walton.
Carrollton
Okay.
beat Buford, and Carrollton really embarrassed Walton. I think the score, Mr. Wizard, can you let us see what that score
It's
is?
42-28.
42-28, and that's on a
30, no,
team.
38 to, yeah. It was 52 to
to
27.
27. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're talking about a team that embarrassed a lot said number one team in the state, ranked in Max Prep top 5 in the country. If I'm not mistaken, Buford was, and Walton went in and manhandled them, and Carrollton come back and hang 52 on them. I know a lot of
So
people talking 30 points, but I see this being a high scoring game, 50 something to 40 something type win. Carrollton offense is stupid. Colquitt offense is stupid. I mean, I just see it being a high scoring game, but it's just the fact that you got to give the edge to Colquitt playing in the hog pen and the amount of studs offensive that they have. Now, a year from now, that game get replayed, it might go the other way. But for this year, with the upperclassmen, the proven battle-tested guys Colquitt County have, Colquitt will win the game.
okay, but I just gotta tell you, I think Carrollton battle tested too. They just, I think that game is gonna be. It had the potential to be a classic. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I gotta watch it. So Colquitt County. And so Milton's playing Mill Creek.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe the Wizard can fill us in about that game. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I just only care about that Cokewood and Carrollton game. To
And
be honest
Carrollton.
Oh, Joe, I got to interrupt you here, man. It's not Colquitt.
It's Colquitt. Colquitt.
What Colquitt? Colquitt.
Oh,
Okay, Colquitt.
Colquitt,
How about I say the Packers and Trojans?
Hey, but for sure, cause all my life it been Colquitt, Georgia. But my sister
Colquitt.
told me it's Colquitt.
it might be. I think it is Colquitt, Georgia, but it's Colquitt County. Colquitt, Georgia is Miller County.
Okay, well, I'll say this
Yeah.
again. Colquitt County. It's always been Colquitt County.
Right.
I
Right.
always called it Colquitt County, but she told me it's Colquitt.
It's Colquitt.
Colquitt.
Like
Mhm.
call, like you call it on the phone, Colquitt.
Colquitt, yes.
Y'all know y'all in the South. Just like it's not Houston County, it's Houston County.
So with that being said, if y'all disagree with me, by all means, go fill out your pick'ems and see how you do against me.
All right.
Did
And
y'all
with
know
that, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Mhm.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yeah. Checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast
I have to
show.
go see a man about a minute.
And you better not lose.
Did y'all know that Mill Creek has 4,000 students?
Yeah.
That's a lot of doggone children.
Yeah.
More than some
Well,
small
that's why they
colleges.
7-8. Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than Fort Valley.
You know, I told you that these people had 12 principals at their school.
Good, look at 'em. You sure did. That's wow. Wow. Just okay.
You know,
Are they the only high school in their area?
No.
No.
Oh.
I mean, 5 minutes away or so, you riding right past Collins Hill campus.
Mhm.
So right up the street, the other way, you at North Gwinnett and Buford. Like right up the road in Houston, you got right above that, you got Gainesville and the Hall County schools. Like everything is right there together in that Gwinnett County area.
Oh wow. Maybe that's just a popular area then.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
especially in that area, it's congested.
Very. Yeah, all the 7A schools are big.
Yeah, at one time Collins Hill was the largest before Mill Creek was built.
And Mill Creek is where all the professional athletes go, right?
Yep.
Kids.
Get them all. Sugarloaf Parkway.
Parkway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sugarloaf Country Club right there. And then a lot of those, I can't think, it's in Houston. It's a subdivision where Julio Jones was staying. All of those are zoned for that Mill Creek area, man. It's ridiculous in that area.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know what their sideline look like. But okay, so that was our recap of 4A and 7A. Guys, the ones that asked to come on, please check your inbox so we can
Come on.
plug in, and we'll remind you again. Hey, baby girl. Hey,
Now, hey,
mommy.
make sure you tell them. Don't waste our time. Get on in here.
Yes, I
Get
was just
into
about to
that and
say.
chop it up. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go. You're on the clock. Let's go.
oh, I
Hey,
Hey,
need
baby
Kara.
girl. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How
How's
y'all doing?
nephew?
Boy,
Nephew is
good.
good. Nephew been keeping me up, but we good.
All
Oh,
right. That sounds good.
you still
That
on leave
sounds
with
good.
him?
Yes, I'm still on leave.
don't
Okay, good.
don't feel like the Lone Ranger, sis.
You real lonely, bro.
Yes.
Maury, check your inbox, please. Y'all asked to come on, so don't keep us
Come
waiting.
on, let's chop it up.
Because the longer you wait, the more impatient Joe gets, and it's not gonna be pretty for you. So come on.
Anybody heard from Coach Crow?
No, that
Somebody
joker
said he's
laying
gonna
low
come
from
on
what?
Friday.
Yeah, he got to be laying low. I'm like, he must be worried, or he just really focused and got some strategic plans going on.
Yeah, he trying to
Omar
Yeah,
said he's waiting to be
he won't
added.
even answer my call. He won't answer my text or nothing. You know what
he
I'm
trying to
saying?
get Herschel Walker elected, man. That's what Coach Crow doing.
He's trying to get Ursula elected, but something tells me he's gonna show up Friday night. Omar Lewis said he hasn't gotten a message yet. Did
Check
you
your
check the
Here
inbox
we
message?
on
go.
Messenger.
Here we go.
check
It was the
check your
same
inbox, and
thing. It was
you
the
might have to
same
look on
thing
the other
last
side of
time.
your inbox because you're not a friend. You might have to look on the other side of your inbox
Yeah, look in your junk mail. It might be
or
there.
the spam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. It
Jeremy,
done
why do you
started.
want a message request? You're not gonna do nothing but sit on here and not say a word. Like for
Don't
real.
worry about him. I'm just saying that here they go. Talking about they ain't got the link.
Thank you
See,
Come
this
on,
so
how it
come on,
always
Thompson
start.
folks, and more. You come on. You got the link too.
Okay. Kayon, am I saying your name right, Kayon?
Kayon.
Okay.
Davis.
Which specifically you want to talk about? You want to talk about Johnson County and Schley County? You want to talk about what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Irwin County? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, because we went over those on Monday.
You want to?
Yeah.
You said yes. Okay, so you want to talk about all of those. What do you want to say? So, you want to talk
Can
about
y'all tell me
Swainsboro?
Jessica who playing in 1A? Can y'all tell me again? Can y'all tell me who
Okay,
playing?
so so John, Johnson County is
County.
playing Schley County,
Okay.
and Swainsboro is playing Irwin.
Okay.
That's in Division One.
Yeah.
In Division One, you got Irwin, Swainsboro, PAC, and St. Francis.
Okay,
Yeah.
And then
Irwin
Division
Swainsboro.
Two.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
And
so
then the other division you got Bowden and
Lincoln,
Hey, you better
Mount
watch your
Lincoln,
mouth now.
Johnson, and Schley.
You better shut your mouth.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Jerome, listen
Uh,
to kid.
Hey, you better watch your
okay.
mouth
Come on,
now.
come on.
I
You better
remember when
shut your mouth.
Swainsboro used to be 3A. I remember, the times have
Hey,
really
you better
changed.
watch your mouth now.
Okay, EP, we got it. We got it. I
I
Like you
got
mean,
said,
we
with your
got it.
chest.
Omar. I got Omar.
Okay. All right, Kenyon, what you want to talk about? Tell us about Swainsboro, and you think they're gonna be Irwin County? The Wizard has y'all pulling it out. Taff said, "Come on, Thompson. He want to hear how good
Hey,
y'all are."
we got Omar. Omar, what's going on, man?
Hey, Omar,
hey Omar.
What's
What's
up,
going
Omar?
on, y'all?
how are
What's
you?
happening?
I'm good, man. I'm at work actually on break, just listening y'all talk about these playoff games. It's gonna be some good matchups, especially that 7A game y'all just said with Colquitt and Carrollton. I
And
feel like that's
Carrollton.
gonna be a classic. Yeah, that's gonna be a classic.
That's gonna be
Oh,
a good
absolutely.
game.
And who's your team, Omar?
I'm from Thompson, so I'm with Thompson 2A.
There you
Okay.
All
go.
right. All
There you
right.
Represent Thompson.
All right. So why don't you give us a breakdown, a rundown of um the various. Okay, let me ask you: are you on your phone or are you on your computer? If you're on your
See,
phone, do
here
you
we
have an
go.
iPhone or an Android? Just let us know. Okay, so tell us, break it down for us, Omar. Let us know why you think that you all are going to pose a problem for the Appleton County Pirates.
Well, first off, I'm gonna say this: we've been underdogs since the second round because people didn't give us a chance against Cook. So I feel like our players really don't have a chip on their shoulders all year. But to talk about us against Appleton Friday, it's gonna be physical. I feel like it's gonna be one of those, standing room only games because they got a lot of tradition. We got a lot of tradition. They do have us a little bit on the size, especially up front. But everybody we play all year is bigger than us. But it just really come down to the heart and our boys. We locked in, man. It's like being around them, seeing that practice, and also you see their faces during the game. They just been locked in every Friday. Last week, that South Atlanta team was a very talented football team. I mean, I was at the game, that was a very talented football team. I mean, we shut one of the top rushers in the state down. I know their fans want to talk about he was hurt. He played all 4 quarters, and he couldn't get emotional against our defense. And I feel like it really was the speed of our defense that made a difference. It made it hard for them. But that 4th quarter was just it went back and forth. You can tell both teams really wanted it. Both teams really wanted to advance to the semis. So I feel like this Friday, that Appleton County game gonna be a real good one, man. I believe it's really one of the top games, all classifications combined.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I think
agree.
I
so.
agree. I agree, Omar.
And
So do
Omar,
you?
man, first off, man, I want to thank you for coming on and speaking up your team, man, and saying it with your chest. I got my boy Dro on with me, man, and Dro had to agree with what you're saying, so you did a great job. Now, with that being said, Sean Brown, um, South Atlanta running back. I mean, you talking a 6,000 plus yard career rusher, and y'all shut him down. I've been pulling for Thompson. I've been saying that I think y'all will upset Appleton. You made a one key statement that I don't think Appleton fans or anybody on the panel that disagree with me saying Thompson made, and I think it's going to be the speed of you all. I haven't mentioned that, but I did go back and check out some of y'all games, and the fact that I see y'all flying around that field to the ball, man, like on the defense, everybody's flying to the ball, not just one tackler. That's what I think would be the key to y'all getting that victory. And I'm glad you came on and clarified that by talking about the speed of y'all defense.
Oh yeah, man. We man, all every game I watch it. Because when I played defense. So 11 hats to the ball every play. Special teams really been big for us all year. We run down the field, with intensity, ready to hit somebody. Punt return, kick return, everything. Like special teams been a big part of, our success this year. And also a lot of games this year, our starters only played the first 2 quarters. Like halftime, we was done. We still put up big numbers. A lot of games we had 49 before halftime. So it's and that really had a lot to do with our speed, big playability. But like Jeremy was saying, Appleton, they real talent at front seven, at defensive line, the linebackers, like they're very physical. So, it's gonna be a challenge, our speed against their size, them being physical. We're physical too. So it's gonna be a battle, man. I'm just ready to see it. And like I said, I think it's one of the top matchups in the state, really. And I feel like I know it's gonna be, the atmosphere is gonna be great. And I feel like it's gonna be a lot of scouts checking that game out too.
Well, let me
Oh
ask you
yeah.
this,
So
Omar.
Omar, do
Now,
you guys have a lot of
hey,
depth?
hold on a second, Shane. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Omar, let me ask you this question. Now Thompson, we know, uh, they've been around the playoffs quite a bit, right? What
Yeah,
makes what ma-
since Youngblood became the coach, it's like a lot of stuff was broken when he took over the position, but he really got some football back to the level that it's supposed to be at. We competing every year. Every year he's went far in the playoffs. The summer workouts, seeing the guys transition from one year to the next, you can really see he really building a program. And we got a lot of young talent, that's on the sidelines, they don't hardly see the field. Our sophomore running back, Trey, he 1,000-yard rusher. He just a 10th grader, he one of our leaders on the team too. So, you got him. He got 2 more years. Both our quarterbacks come back next year. We got a lot of talent, just coming back. So we really gonna be, in the midst of everything for the next few years, for a while.
okay, okay.
And That's what I was asking Omar about your depth. Since you said you guys got a lot of young guys on the field that don't get an opportunity, but if you guys are pulling your starters out after halftime, that gives those guys the opportunity to get some reps. So in any event, going forward this game, and if you guys get to the state championship, they'll have an opportunity to have some experience before they touch that field.
Yeah, from my perspective, from listen to the pregame show, when Coach talks about the team, we 100% healthy. I mean, that's really the important part about the playoffs when your team is healthy, and we only have about 2 or 3 players that play both ways. So we really fresh legs all night, especially as a two-way team. And I seen Appling, they got a lot of fresh legs too, so it's gonna be a battle. A lot of two-way teams have a lot of players go both ways all night, and that third and fourth quarter hit, and people start to wear down, and you got fresh legs coming in and running the football. You can't really keep up.
That's true.
Give us a final score. What do you think the score will be?
I don't really think it's gonna be a high score. I think it's gonna be back and forth. I think it really gonna come down to the halftime adjustments between both teams, and who can come out that second half and really just know, what's at stake. Who really wants it the most. But I got us winning 21-17.
Okay. I like
And
that.
it might come down to who have possession after halftime too.
Right. It's gonna come down to who can make the less mistakes, like who had a fewer penalties, who can get
Yeah.
turnovers and stuff like that. I feel like turnovers and penalties is gonna be a major factor in this game Friday night.
Okay.
But
Good
I
stuff.
can't say the whole city of Thompson planning on coming to Appleton County Friday night. So
Okay.
I don't know.
it's gonna be electric because I know their fans gonna be there, so it's gonna be
I
electric.
don't know. I don't think Baxley gonna be big enough to hold all the Appling and all.
Hey, look.
Don't
man,
stop
look,
by
they got- hey, look.
Popeyes when you get in there. Don't stop by Popeyes because I heard they slow. And then I heard the
Eat
KFC.
before you get there.
Yeah, and I heard
Bring
the
you some
KFC.
snacks.
I
Man,
heard the
look,
KFC be kind of acting funny, so don't go there either.
man, it's gonna be electric. I know it's gonna be a good atmosphere.
Hey, be
Hey,
careful.
Omar.
Be careful,
Omar.
real quick, Joe. Just a little joke for you, Omar. Be careful because they do got Yosemite Sam down there with a cannon shooting at Bugs Bunny and all. So watch out there. Off the back of a pickup truck with a hydraulic jack on it and all that, man. Y'all just go down there and handle business. Thompson by 13.
Hey, Omar, let me ask you this: do you see y'all winning the state championship this year?
I feel like Fitzgerald and Fellowship Christian. I mean, Fitzgerald had a tough time against Putnam.
No. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Thompson. Do you see Thompson winning?
Oh, do I see us winning? Oh yeah, I feel like whoever wins this game between us and Appling gonna be the state champ. I said that, and I know me and Jeremy, we've been talking to each other since last season. A couple other Appling County fans who played in the playoffs, and when we found out we both gonna be in the two-way, we said the same thing. We was like, man, I know we're gonna beat up in the playoffs. Well, this got to see, we had to see how the brackets, fall in line or whatever. But once we seen, that we was on the same side, we knew it was gonna come down to Thompson and Appling. Whoever wins between us, I believe is gonna be the champ.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All
All right.
I got Thompson winning the championship, man. Don't y'all let me down because if y'all do,
Look, I picked them too.
Me the business.
So,
So me and Baby be in it together.
Right. And look, and if y'all don't win, still show up and represent on Friday after the game. Come back on here and represent.
And talk about what went wrong. Okay, now Devarius, please, if I'm saying your name wrong when you get on here, please correct me. Because
who does Q Hurst play for? Thompson or Apple?
Repeat that question.
Q Hurst.
Linebacker Q Hurst. Who does he play for?
You gotta play for Apple. You said Drew Hurst? Yeah, you gotta play for Apple.
Okay.
Kayon, do you want to come on and talk about Swainsboro?
But thank you, Omar. We know you at work on break, so we don't want to hold you long, but we appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you. We want to give because he asked, we want to give Devarius Franklin an opportunity to come on. If you have an iPhone, what you do is you check your inbox, check your messenger. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on that link that the executive producer sends you. it's going to pull up a page. You will see a sign. You will see, I think it's number 2, the second bullet. It will show you, it will say copy link. You press that. You open up your Safari. You paste it in there. You hit send, and you're going to sign in with your Facebook, and it will allow you to come on. Keon, we haven't seen Swainsboro's backfield. You want to come on and tell us about it?
Yeah, come on and speak about Swainsboro.
Let me backtrack a little bit, y'all. So I'm going through the comments, and Mr. Franklin, he was the one commented about that all pro linebacker, So I'm assuming he must play for Thompson because he's a Thompson fan.
He said he played for Thompson, but he wasn't able to play for personal reasons. That's what Shy Mega says.
Okay. Well, how would that impact their defense against Apple? You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I want Devarius to come on and talk to us. And did you hear what I said?
Well, if he haven't played all season, it ain't impacted them no negative way because they don't got to this point.
I don't think it's all season. I think he maybe have missed a few games for personal reasons. Maybe he plays for Thompson. So, Mr. Davis, are you gonna come on and talk to us about Swainsboro? And then
come on, tell us about Swainsboro. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about Swainsboro. Come on, talk to us about Swainsboro.
Joe, do me a favor. Look at the screen real fast. Do me a favor. Look at the screen.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Hold on real quick.
Jeremy said they coming up with excuses already.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second, Drew.
Yeah.
Omar Lewis, Maury, and Casey Lewis asked to come on, and I sent them the link, and they haven't responded.
Omar is on. We just got
Omar on, man.
Omar was on, but we ain't had Maury nor Kelsey Neal.
Okay.
They haven't came on yet.
But
we'll give them a few more minutes, but we can't wait on them because if they don't come on, you know what I'm saying, then we'll handle it appropriately. But
okay,
right now,
go ahead. Kayon wants to
I'm
come
waiting
on
Kayon to tell us about Swainsboro. I mean,
and the various
yippee!
So send them.
Tell us about Swainsboro.
Okay.
But look at Swainsboro's schedule on the screen.
Okay.
This is funny.
Jess.
Yes.
I sent Mr. Franklin. I sent him the link, and then I told him how to do it. So
they didn't play that game, Mike.
And who else you said?
Oh, but they about to play it now, though.
Yeah, they look, and that's what the talk is being that they was running from playing that game.
No,
and now they got to come back and play that game now.
That was due to the hurricane that the game got canceled, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought
but it was supposed to be made up. It was supposed to be made up.
But when would they be able to make it up, though?
They gonna make it up Friday, goddamn.
On Friday.
Okay, now I want you to do me a favor though while you pull that schedule up. You see that regular season schedule.
Yep.
But look at the playoffs and look how strong they got in the playoffs though.
Exactly.
Especially that Raven County score. That was
you 35-10 of on Raven and Swainsboro. Let me tell you something. We already went over them. So the listeners, if y'all heard us on Monday, we already talked about it and last week. You talking about a run control offense that's gonna turn around and hand that ball out to a slew of running backs that's gonna run it down your throat and control that clock.
If you ain't coming downhill on them, you're gonna have a long night.
Swainsboro for the championship, man.
Omar said Swainsboro is different.
I agree, Omar.
Oh look, I've been saying Swainsboro from the beginning of the season. You cannot sleep on them.
Y'all can't sleep on Prince Avenue Christian now.
Man, Prince Avenue is Prince Avenue, but guess what? Swainsboro for the championship.
Okay.
I'll put my receipts out tonight.
Kayon said he loves us for 3 weeks. So you don't want to come on and talk, Mr. Davis? You just want to stay in the comments. That's your prerogative.
Mr. Davis, man.
They be scared. They be scared to come on. We friendly.
Kayon, I
Joe ain't
respect
friendly, but he
Swainsboro. Just like I said, I think Swainsboro win the championship. But just know you in a dogfight. Don't get too confident over Irwin.
Right.
Talking about 3 touchdowns over Irwin. I don't think you're gonna get 3 touchdowns over Irwin. Now you'll win the game, but it's gonna be a slow control game because you might break out 30, 40-yard runs on other teams. But trust me when I tell you, Irwin is a sound defensive team.
Yeah.
So I see a low 24-21, 24-17 type score, but you're not beating Irwin by 3 touchdowns, bro.
Nah.
Mr. Davis, what do you have, an iPhone or an Android? You got to click on the link to sign in to get onto the podcast.
I'm starting to believe he got a Motorola.
Ooh.
We might have to post like the
every time.
instructions in the group so that way when they do decide to come on, they'll already have the instructions on the page in the group.
You got
Okay, so
iPhone.
So we
That's
do
part
this.
of the
We do
problem.
this every time somebody trying
I
to come
know.
on.
So, Mr. Davis, what you do is you click on the link, and there'll be a page that comes up. You'll go down to the second bullet. You'll see a little square that says copy link. You're going to press that copy link. You're going to open up your Safari, and you're going to paste it, and then it should take you there. It's going to ask you to sign in through Facebook, and it should get you right on in.
Hey, real quick, since y'all don't got that information to Mr. Davis. Hey, Pedro, I just want to ask you, man. We've been talking about, oh, man, this matchup in 1A, man, this matchup in 2A, 5A, 6A, 7A. It might be the best matchup of the week. Why we don't hear that about 3A, Dro?
Because 3A is just simply not interesting.
It's just
Period.
not there, is it, bro? It just
No, it's
don't
not.
move the needle. It don't move the
Listen, let me tell you, bro. Listen. Y'all want a story time right quick?
needle. Go
Yes,
ahead, bro.
please.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all why I missed the show on Friday night. I was watching the Cedar Grove Calvary Day game,
Mhm.
and before halftime, I was asleep. You know what I'm saying? The game put me to sleep, and when I woke up, it was like 3 something in the morning. You know, and I said, you know what? If this game put me to sleep, that tell me all I need to know about the 3A playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
So I just went and bought melatonin gummies and all of that stuff for my kids. All I had to do was put the Cedar Grove game on, bro, and I could have saved that little chain.
You could say it
Yeah,
on them
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, watching grass grow was better than
Don't make
watching
me
that
say.
game.
Don't make me say it.
Watching
Don't
paint dry.
Nigga, watch the
Yeah,
paint
watching
dry.
paint dry.
Don't
Watching
make me say
steam.
it. Don't make me say it.
We listening.
Don't make me say it now.
What he
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
say?
Say it with your
Don't.
chest, man. Get it out.
Hell, the only reason y'all saying that is because Peach ass ain't in the damn
That
playoffs
ain't
no
got
more.
nothing to do with
They
it.
ain't got
That ain't
nothing
got
to do with
that ain't got nothing to do with it at
Shit.
all. The
Why the
3A
hell they
playoffs,
don't?
the 3A playoffs have been boring. They have
Oh,
not
they
been
got.
intriguing at all. Whether
Oh, they
peach
got born
candy
after
was
the
in it
second
or
round.
not. It could be peach candy, cherry candy, strawberry candy. You know, I don't care. The 3A playoffs have been boring.
Yeah,
They
with a
have been
cream on
boring.
top of
Okay,
it. It could be a whole fruit salad. We don't care.
listen.
That playoff is
Yeah.
boring,
And let
man.
me explain it to you. And the only thing that will make this Final Four interesting would have been if Oconee County and Cedar Grove played in Watkinsville. Because then y'all would have been posed a real threat because the other
Yes.
teams would have taken it out. But here's the thing, Dro, we've seen this movie before. Now that's nobody's fault. That's not y'all's fault. But three of the teams in the top 4 have already played each other. So we've
Yeah,
seen that. It's
that's
just
Right.
you dry paint on the wall. Hey, real quick, Jazz and Natasha, let me explain something to you.
don't entertain
That
him,
guy
baby.
Jeremy Williams, don't waste your time.
He is a
Don't waste your time.
Master Troll, sis.
Yeah,
Master Troll. You just
he's
professional
an
yeah.
Appleton County
Wasted
fan.
energy.
That's it. Don't even waste your time.
He is a keyboard warrior. He
Yeah,
will
shout out your Thompson Bulldogs and keep it
and
moving
keep
with
it
that
moving.
guy.
Because on that
Listen,
keyboard,
listen,
he can
y'all.
talk all day. But if you get to him face to face, he gonna sit there and ain't gonna say a word. Just
And just not nose quiet.
be
Listen,
quiet. Just
listen.
don't even pay
Not
no
no.
attention.
Let me speak to Thursday right quick.
What's up, Joe?
You
Oh
you
Lord, thirsty.
you You offended because we not kissing Cedar Grove behind. Listen, just admit it. The 3A playoff. No, I take that back. It was one team I was rooting for, and that was Thomasville. You know, I was rooting for Thomasville because of the momentum they had.
Shout
But
out Thomasville.
other than that, the 3A playoffs have not been interesting. And we said in the preseason, just go ahead and give a trophy to Lego set. Give it
We
to Cedar
did.
Grove. Just go ahead and give it to them.
We did.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
did.
We said that. So for you to come back and say, "Oh, it's just because Pete County not in it," like I said, it don't matter. When did you hear any of us say that Peace County was going to win the state title this year? I know I didn't say it, and I ain't hear nobody else say it. You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
had them. Somebody on this panel had them picked.
Me, and I still stand by what I goddamn said.
Look, y'all gonna have them pick. They were playing Atlanta
They
Falcons.
play the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm picking the Trojans. What's wrong with you?
Yes, and Brian Jones said it too, but Brian Jones is a Cowboy fan. You know they win
Hold
every
up, hold
year.
up, hold up.
Right.
But
You can't
real,
believe
let's
nothing.
just be
You can't
real.
believe none of Cowboy fans think.
Now let's just be real. All jokes aside,
Yeah.
each county Trojan has serious injuries. I don't want to hear nothing about you making no excuses and all of that.
Blah 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 blah.
Each county Trojan has serious injuries at the wrong time of the season because Peach
That's
County
not
Trojans.
news.
Oh, like I said, we lost the game. I'm still here. My chest still stuck out, like I said. But I guarantee you, without those injuries, you wouldn't be sitting up here building your Megatron Lego set and be talking like you talk. It's all good, Pinocchio. You are not a real boy, I told you. Learn how to
Well, I
win
tell
the
you
rest
what.
of it.
And then
I tell y'all what. Go ahead.
undefeated against
Jay.
y'all though.
I mean, I'm just going back to this Oconee Cedar Grove game. Okay, so do y'all remember? I don't know. I know, Dro, you said that what you call it, that game between Cedar Grove and Calvary Day.
Calvary Day.
Go back to 2020 when Pierce County and Oconee County played the state championship. That was
That
the
worked.
most boring game I ever seen in my life.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Hey, that won't put you to sleep. That make you want to commit suicide.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch it.
Terrible. It was terrible. I mean, shout out to Pierce County, y'all won it. But, oh my goodness, it was painful to watch. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Speaking of Pierce County, what happened to Barry Van? He gone to the next season?
He's done. Stick a fork in Barry, man. And that's all homeboy.
He ain't showed back up for nothing.
He's a
He
friend.
showed up Monday, but we ain't seen him since.
Yes,
Hey,
we did.
Let me
check,
put this
hey,
in there
Joe,
right.
check Jazz and Natasha comment out real quick before you
We
get on
did,
there.
baby. We saw it.
That's what I was just about to say. Let me speak to Jazz, and then we're gonna segue into something right quick. Hey Jazz, how you doing? And you exactly right. Peace County used to be on Thompson, and you exactly right. Matter of fact, I think the last what few times they played, because Thompson had beat Peace County since the 70s. You
And
know what
look,
I'm saying? But you,
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. DeVaris, you got to check your facts, bro. You got to check
Since
your facts.
74,
Go ahead
DeVaris,
and explain
since
to him.
74.
Go ahead and explain to him, bro.
We 5-1.
No, you ain't got to explain to him. We can show him better than we can tell him.
man, I don't know what he talking about, but Peace County on drug Thompson. I just said Thompson had beat Peace County since the 70s.
To the 70s,
You know what I'm saying? The 1970s. So let that sink in.
And the
Look, now
last
we
3 years, we put them out the playoffs.
Yes, and to be honest with you, bro, I'm 43 years old. I was born in '79. You ain't beat Pete County since I've been born, bro.
When we
Well,
played,
listen, y'all. Listen. Before we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on a team that ain't in the playoffs no more.
Yeah.
But let's segue into this. This
He said they
serious.
won state in 02, but y'all were 4A then, weren't you?
Okay, we'll get back on that, but let's segue into this right quick. Let's go ahead and get it out the way since Peace County was brought up. The big news of today is Chad Campbell retired after 30 years with the program.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people, we got some people listening in that want us to talk about that. So let's go ahead and, talk about it. Then we can revisit the Thompson and, everything else, because we don't want to stay too long on Peace County or whatever. But that was big news today. It may have come as a shock to a lot of people and others. It probably did. But before I say what I think, Pounder, what do y'all think about the news that came out of Fort Valley today?
For me,
I
for
think
North, for us, it was expected.
No hell. I mean, I'm sorry.
No, going by what was being said in the off season and the beginning of the season, it was expected for me. And I already told y'all why. Personal reasons.
I want
That's
to
why I
say
say it
that
was expected.
I want to say that my hat is off to Coach Campbell. He's one heck of a coach. I have mad respect for him. I wish him well in his retirement season. I do know that some coaches do leave public school in retirement and go coach in private schools. I don't know if that's going to be his forte, but in any given a reason he doesn't decide to hang his hat up on the coaching and go, coach private or go coach somewhere else, I wish him nothing but the best.
Okay,
Um,
can I put my input in on this real quick?
yes, go ahead.
So my homeboy and the whole Perry Panther Nation is listening to this podcast only to hear us discuss this topic. Now, in 2007, Chad Campbell took over as the coach of Peach County Trojans. There has been 4 teams. The shout out Eddie Gary for just sending me this graphics. There have been 4 teams in the state of Georgia that has more wins than Peach County since Chad Campbell taken over. Beaufort, which we expect with 213. Calhoun, which we know what goes on with that school up 75 with 195. Grayson, 176. Fitzgerald with 171. And then Peach County with 168 wins since 2007. You're not just losing a great head coach in Chad Campbell. You're losing a great man, a great mentor, a great motivator, a great role model for a lot of kids coming out of Fort Valley, Georgia, who don't have that type people in their lives. So I'm more than hurt and pissed about this move. I think the longest tenured playoff run within the next 2 years will end due to this move. Peach County was a traditional program that bought a swag in everything. They brought a swag. Anytime you saw them, we felt like we can beat any team in America. And we've lost a little of that swag in the last couple of years due to some things in-house that we spoke about throughout the podcast show this season. But to bring another coach in here that don't know the traditional of Peach County, the traditional way of Peach County, y'all will now witness, and I like to put my receipts out there. I'm telling you all now, you're witnessing the demise of one of the greatest programs that don't came through high school. That's my take on it.
All right. So anybody else want to say something before I say what I have to say?
Well, I'll just say that I appreciate Coach Campbell. I'm not gonna age myself, but he was there when I was there. I think that he has done a tremendous job in Peach County with regard to molding and shaping young men. He has sacrificed his time. He sacrificed his effort and his energy pouring into
And
these
money.
men and money, pouring into these men. And I appreciate that. And Peach County has been blessed in that with transition. A lot of teams have seen transitions that we have not. We've been blessed to have a long tenured coach. I will say that some people say, "Hey Barry, we just talked about you." But some people say that you know, sometimes change is good. My concern is that you have to get the right person in. I don't, and I just say I don't necessarily trust that this particular administration is going to necessarily hire the right person. I just don't know that they understand Peach County football and Peach County tradition, and I don't trust that they're going to hire the right person. It is my prayer that they do. I don't trust it that they are, but I will go back to this. Bobby Bowden was probably other than Joe Paterno, I think he was second as a winningest coach in college football, but everybody has their expiration date. Now, I'm not saying that Campbell, needs to be put out to pasture. All I'm saying is, as much as Bobby Bowden did for Florida State, because in 1974 they were the bottom, for him to have started and taken that program to the highest of heights, he reached a point where, okay, you're great and you have done so much, but sometimes it's time to move on. So
Absolutely.
maybe that was the consensus. And I know you hear rumblings from fans that don't know the head from the butt.
Exactly.
that say things, but I said that to say I don't necessarily. I think I don't think it's a bad thing. My concern is who you gonna replace him with. Because if you don't have anybody good to replace him with, you might as well keep him.
And to piggyback on what Yo said, you have to be careful what you ask for, fans and people, because I know all last year there was some talk or whatever. Sometimes, change is good sometimes, but sometimes it can backfire. So you have to be careful, like what you've been wishing and praying and hoping for, because the person you might get may not be what you expect or what you might need. So you have to be careful when you pushing for all those things for change and what you want and all that kind of stuff. And if you're not careful, you might place yourself or your kids in a position where they're not going to have what they're accustomed to having previous.
Thank you.
D.L. Hughley said, you leave your man because he don't pay the light bill, and you end up with a man that don't pay the light bill and he whoop your ass.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be careful. And Cynthia says this is
That's her son, Rick. Little Rick, what's good, little cousin?
he said he's glad that he's gone. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Campbell, when Campbell first started at Peach County, I think it was in 94, 95, somewhere 96, somewhere in there. From a man to start as a middle school coach, to come up the ranks and become a head coach for what, 15 years? And as many times as he made it to the state championship game and not without win, I take my hat off to him. He was a good coach. I was out there with him for a few years. He was a good man. And you know what I mean? So I'm going to salute him that he did a good job. And whether he end up, that him and his family will be a blessing to the next program if he decide to go somewhere else.
He averaged the state championship game once every 3 to 4
3
years.
years.
3 to 4 years. That is, that's impressive. So, but yeah, best of luck to him.
Yes. Enjoy your retirement,
enjoy
coach.
your retirement. You deserve it. And Brian says what they're forgetting to realize is the man is retiring. Campbell said 3 years ago he was gonna retire.
Yeah, his son graduates this year. I didn't expect him to even go past this year, anyways.
No.
But coach,
Let's be real.
you got tickets to Yale football games anytime you want to come. We got you.
There you go, Shan. Let's be real. I mean, hogwash is hogwash. That's all I say about that, and I'll leave that alone.
Okay,
we'll talk about that backstage.
Yeah, because I don't know either way. Go ahead.
Let me go ahead and so we can get off this subject. Let me say this. I don't know if what I'm about to say gonna be profound or not, but I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel like a decision that he made on his own. This feels like something else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this new arrangement that they have.
Oh,
Something is off. You know what
very.
I'm saying about the current format they have as far as the athletic director and all that kind of stuff.
And
This feel
executive
more.
AD.
This feels more like an ultimatum. But I may be wrong on it.
I don't
But
think
let
so.
me say this: when Campbell came to Peach County, the varsity side, I believe it was around 93, 1993. That may have been like at some point during my freshman year or the beginning of my sophomore year of high school. But anyway, when he took over as head coach, he came behind a coach that achieved a level of success in a shorter period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of pressure that he was under to keep that success going, you know what I'm saying? Peach County was at the top of 3A when Chad took over. You know what I'm saying? The previous coach left really before the train could really get going real good. Back
Yeah.
he came right then when Peach was on the tail end of the back-to-back state title game appearances with three within 4 years. They were getting ready to hit a stride. When Chad took over, it took a lot of courage and guts to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? To achieve the level of success that he did during his tenure as head coach. That could never be taken away from him. You know what I'm saying? And Yo made a good point. He impacted a lot of people's lives, for the young men that played for him.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the flip side, there were players that, you know what I'm saying, didn't care for him too much and even saw him in the community. But be
Mm-hmm.
that as it may, whoever this administration decide going to be the next man, they have to consider a lot of things. How would the next coach connect with the players? Do they understand the formula of each kind of football, what has made it great for over 3 decades? 3 decades. Let that sink in. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know what they have in mind. I don't know these people, haven't talked to them or anything like that. But this change is tremendous. Peach County Trojan football is one of the historic and top football programs in the GHSA. They started playing football as Peach County in 1970. They haven't been around as long as schools like Valdosta, Thomasville, Dublin, and others. For the amount of success they have achieved for the past 3 decades, this is a big move, regardless of how people may feel about Coach Campbell. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be big change after this season. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, what kind of trend this will mean for the Peach County Trojan football program remains to be seen. But I hope this current administration know what they're doing. You
I
know what I'm
don't
saying?
think
Because
so.
like I said at the outset, this don't feel it feels different. It feels kind of forced. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we'll see what happens, but I really don't want to repeat, what already been said because that's the direction I'm going. So I'm just going to end it right here. But congratulations to the success that he did achieve. And for anybody who want to say anything about, what they think is going on with the Peace kind of program, come on and join us, talk to us on the panel, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna stop right now because I'm basically about to go into repetition of what already been said.
Yeah. You're but I will I'm gonna piggyback and I'm gonna reiterate that I need this administration to make sure that they know what they're doing. At this point, they have not. I've not had a whole bunch of faith in you all, so it does seem kind of political. And like you said, there are people that love Coach Campbell, and then there's a lot of people that don't like him. And there's a lot of people doing the happy dance right now. But um, you just better pray, and we got to make sure that we hold these people in positions accountable so that they bring somebody in here not just one of their buddies
Speak up. Now's the time to speak up.
or the sexy hire. Bring in somebody that really knows what they're doing. Jamie asked, how good is Mill Creek? Mill Creek is as advertised.
Wait a minute, Jessica. Hold on a
I'm
second.
sorry.
Now, I don't know when Jamie sent that comment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Jamie, we appreciate you listening to the show and everything. You know, but that's a quick little segue off a serious topic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We sitting up here fulfilling the people that want to hear talk about this, and this man jumped right to Mill Creek.
I
You
was
know what
just
I'm saying?
trying to
How good
say
is
it.
Mill Creek?
I
You
was just
know,
trying to say it way.
you know what I'm saying? But let's give people a chance to say what they got to say first, and then we'll get into Mill Creek. We'll talk about Mill Creek or any other team y'all want to talk about
Oh,
because we have people that want to say something. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying about what happened today.
I thought you were trying to invite them on. I thought we were just trying to do that before they came
Well,
on, but
yeah,
you talking about it in the
well that
comments.
too. Uh-huh.
Okay, so Brian says that Coach Ray and Coach Mack are retiring as well. And so his thing is he was out there at practice every day, and they had been talking about retiring. I don't know. I you know, y'all
Hogwash.
know more than me. Y'all know more than I do. Y'all
Nah.
know what I do. But I from the outside looking in, I wasn't in there, but from the outside looking in, something in the milk ain't clean, and that's because I don't trust the people up above me. So
And
I
and
tell
and
you
one
what,
thing you
Jessica,
can't go ahead,
go
Joe.
ahead. I tell y'all what, they better not be trying to implement the house that kind of formula of playing football. And I ain't talking about Northside and Warner Robin. I ain't talking about those two forms. I'm talking about everybody else
Hoko and
outside of Warner
veterans, and
Robin, Northside, and well, Perry right now. Don't bring
mhm.
that formula down here. You know
We
what I'm
don't want
saying? Don't
nobody
don't
from
do
over
that.
there.
That's not the peace kind of way. That's not the way they do things. But we're gonna see, you know, what they're gonna do going forward with the football program and the other athletic programs as well. But the way they got it set up right now.
Mhm.
That ain't first of all, that's never been the way to do things, you know, far as the athletic side in Peace County.
Yeah,
So I don't understand why it's set up the way it's set up. Maybe somebody can
Exactly.
educate me on that.
I don't think
You know what
anybody
I'm
does.
saying?
And for those,
Exactly. That's why the community need to voice their opinions now. And the touchdown club needs to be an open club for everybody participating from the community, outside the school or whatever. This touchdown club that they have is ridiculous. And
um,
I know it's ridiculous because it's like a pretty much an executive board. And but as a community for Fort Valley, if you're concerned and you have kids in the school and you have kids in a program, now is your time to be speaking up. Because 9 times out of 10, when a coach retire or a coach leaves, they already planning on who they putting in next. So,
mhm.
you don't want to wait to next week to find out if they're starting interviews or whatever. Because 9 times out of 10, most schools already got somebody in mind. So now is your time to be speaking up. You can go speak to the Board of Education, you can go speak to the school administration or the AD.
Mhm.
But
Well, I
make
hope
sure
it's
that you
not.
guys are speaking up.
I hope it's
Um,
not that offensive coordinator. I hope
no,
it's not him.
I don't think so. Darwin, maybe you can answer this, Joe, or Mo, or Jimmy Wayne. He says, "What happened when Rodney Walker dipped? Was there
He
backlash or
was just ready
repercussions?"
to move on. That's what that was. He was just ready to move on. I don't
Yeah, it
think
was
he was.
just a pit stop. Um,
Yeah.
his hometown position came available.
Stevens County.
Before he
Is that
went to
where he came
Stevens.
from?
Yeah, he came from Stevens to Peach,
Okay,
but
okay,
he's right over there at Forsyth.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he
So
coached
after
over there
Pitts,
for a while.
yeah, after
Hmm.
Pitts, Coach Dan Pitts left from over there.
He
He
went
went
over to
home.
Mayor's person.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, I
So
don't remember because at that point I was in college and I wasn't thinking about none of that. I kind of dipped for about 5 or 6 years and got grown. Then I came back into the fold. So um for those of you who don't know when we're talking about the setup, and I'm going ahead and put it out there because it's common knowledge. So Peach County is a very small county of about 27 to 28,000 people. Our high school, we got three elementary schools, three elementary schools, one too many, but we won't go into that. We have two middle schools and we have one high school. The way that the hierarchy is set up, we have two middle school athletic directors. We have one high school athletic director, and we have an executive athletic director making $200,000 a year.
And her title actually is a assistant superintendent.
But what I saw was the executive athletic director. We don't need all that.
No.
We
They need
don't.
to take it back to how it was. The head football coach should be the athletic director. That's
both.
how it should be.
She both like Yo said, she consider both.
Yeah, which makes no sense to me.
It's ridiculous.
That we don't need, and this is not Houston County. This is not Bibb County. In Bibb County, you need athletic directors at each high school, and you need an athletic director over all of it.
30, whatever you don't.
And take away that $200K and feed it into your program.
Feed it into your program and have more positions. It's just a waste of money, which is one reason why I don't trust it. It just sounds like a hookup to me. So it's out there, and if y'all don't like it, administration, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing to me.
I like that. Now, can I say something real quick though before we get off of this? And this is really just to the so-called fans of Peach County. Like I said, everybody know me. You know I ain't finna back down from now one of you. And I ain't no bear. I don't claim to be no bear, but I'm just saying it's just coming straight from me on a personal level. Stop all of this. We need black coaches and type stuff, man. Can't relate to the boys. Let me tell you something. You got people in the communities, you got their own daddies and fathers and uncles and stuff that these kids ain't even relate to. So that black and white stuff, I'm sick of it. Y'all leave that stuff alone, man. I don't care if he green. If he gonna get my son to do what he need to do, get him set up in a college system that's gonna give him an opportunity to succeed in life. I don't care what color he is. Y'all kill me with that black and white stuff in Fort Valley. Y'all need to leave that alone. Whoever they bring in, I don't care what color. I hope he can just relate to these kids and continue to be a staple in the community like Coach Chad Campbell was. And that's just my take on that. We can move on to something else, but I couldn't let the night go by without saying that.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we don't want Chastain. And yeah, leave Chastain where he is. He's doing a great job in Jones County. Keep it up and stay over there.
Y'all know Fabrizio left is supposed to be leaving Lee County. At least that's what the rumor is.
What? Oh, and Cooper, stay there wherever you at too.
But I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, go ahead.
What about Rush?
Hell no. Hell no.
I got Fabrizio number, man. Maybe we'll reach out to him and get him on the show, Joe, and see if we can get a definite to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we can move on to something else. We can move on to something else.
Fabrizio going up north.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Mill Creek. Can we talk about Mill Creek now? Jamie asked.
Yeah, we can go to Mill Creek.
So, if you want to know the question, Mill Creek is loaded. Of course, they're very big. On the line, they're very physical. Huh? What'd you say?
He was talking, baby girl.
Oh, but if you want, I've never seen them in person. I saw them on YouTube. But if you want to answer, Thurston could probably give you a better.
And he could go on YouTube and check them out. He could look at some of their games.
Yeah,
Mill Creek is as advertised. Like I say, when you saw Mill Creek against Buford, that wasn't the real Mill Creek. because of quarterback play. I don't know what that quarterback had going on in that game, but throw that game out the window. Outside of that, Mill Creek is solid.
Mm-hmm. They're very good.
Jamie, worry about Carrollton right now. Don't think about Mill Creek yet.
Yeah.
Carrollton, you
There
gotta
you
get
go.
past Carrollton on Friday.
You gotta get
Gotta be
past that.
humble.
Exactly.
What's up with
Exactly.
all
Gotta
these?
be humble.
And Jeremy says, "What's up with all these Lego sets in North Georgia?" Let me explain it from my perspective. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Do you realize who you responding to?
No, but he right. Don't shut him down. But he actually right. Jeremy right.
Let me answer the
Good night,
question.
Mr. Robert.
Good night, Mr. Robert. This is what happens. So you know when we're down in South Georgia or Middle Georgia, everything is far apart. We don't have as many jobs. You know, it's just really more difficult to make a bona fide move. When you are in the metro Atlanta area with all these schools built up and all these job opportunities, it's very easy for you to go live over here and commute somewhere else.
And don't forget House Bill 5250.
And House Bill 5250. So it's easier, but long story short, it's easier to make a bona fide move and justify in metro Atlanta as opposed to Middle Georgia or South Georgia, unless you do something silly like you and your sister go to around the same age and you got the same high school. One of you going to one high school and the other going to the other. You know, but other than that,
I call bull sugar. Saying
COVID year. It happened in COVID year.
Other than
Bull
that,
sugar.
it's
Bull
easier
sugar.
to justify. Just make sure you don't do nothing stupid like that. But other than that,
It happened during COVID.
Bull. Why
Sugar.
one
Was it
go in
2020?
one place and one the other? That wasn't bona fide.
Hey, Dro,
Oh,
how many times had this man tried to pull up the GHSA bylaws and everything to justify the House Bill 5250,
Yeah, he
man?
been trying to pull it up for about 3 years now.
Yeah, man. Like, just save it, man. Just understand. We know you're not a real boy. You was made in a factory. Cedar Grove should win. They 5 and 7 and everything else you want to say. But you're not a real boy, Pinocchio.
You know what? As Sean put it so perfectly. Everybody loves a champion, but everybody hates a multi-champion.
Okay, so Darwin says not looking too far ahead, but which schools between 6A and 7A that will compete in the Geico High School Showcase?
Probably Mill Creek if they went out.
Yeah,
Whoever wins
Mill
out of-
Creek.
whoever
7A
wins
for sure.
Yeah. Whoever wins 7A will probably go.
Nah, they probably won't deal with Colquitt because they in South Georgia. It'll be some team up north.
They'll probably be Mill Creek.
And we already know in 6A what it's going to be.
Langston Hughes.
Langston Hughes.
Yep.
So like with this high school showcase, do they pay the travel costs, or is that something that the school has to do?
No, that's
Geico.
Yeah, they take care of all of that.
All of that. Well,
Yeah, just show up and play.
Maybe if Colquitt wins, they'll
It's not Geico that's gonna overlook. It's if I'm not mistaken, it's chosen.
the selection.
They're chosen, yes. And
the
Colquitt can be
selection
hosting the championship at the end of the year. They can score 100 points to nothing against Mill Creek.
And probably won't have not one person on the
and
team.
nobody gonna have it because it's in South Georgia. Like, just be real.
Yeah, the bias has been there forever. It just has.
That's why the middle and the south need to do their own little showcase.
No, I don't know if you all remember, but a couple of years ago, the GHSA has actually decided or was thinking about splitting 2 conferences, pretty much like Georgia High School Association North, Georgia High School Association South. You know, and that right there alone showed me and told me that they really is biased to the north. You know,
they divided.
It was they wanted to divide it. They wanted to have south and then a north. And it wasn't that the south and the north meet in a championship. It was somebody win the south, somebody win the north. Like it was just two states, like it's not one. Like they're just so biased to North Georgia, it's ridiculous.
Well, you know why they
Yeah,
had a
it's
whole
it's
bunch of
crazy.
classifications in the first place. You remember it used to be just 4 classifications, and then Tom
Yes.
Murphy was like, the Valdostas of the world kept beating everybody
Everybody.
in the North, everybody, and so was it Tom Murphy? They introduced that bill in the Georgia State Legislature that increased it to 5A. Then they moved. Then they got 6A, and as Metro Atlanta area started getting bigger and bigger, they moved to 7A. So now they're going to move back to 6A with a multitude of schools that were not there before. Because at one point, nothing was in 7A. It was like it wasn't a whole bunch of schools at all, and so now they're gonna move everything back to six classifications, and stuff's gonna get kind of ugly, I think.
Nick, we ain't biased to
Just
South. We just shout out South because they get overlooked a whole lot.
And
that's
Nick,
right. And
Nick,
who is Nick Diamond? Who is your team? I want to know right now who's your team, Nick Diamond.
He
And we appreciate the love for the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's your team?
Cedartown.
Huh?
Well,
Cedartown, where they at? Where they at?
Cedartown is Northwest Georgia.
So
okay, now we getting somewhere. Let me say something to you, man. Let me say something to you.
DC. No, you got to get the Dun C on it. You got to ran on this one because I was gonna get on Nick, and I like Nick. I told him shout out Cedartown, but you got to get Nick for that one.
No, go ahead. I wait. Go ahead and give. Go ahead.
Man, I shouted out you. I told you that I wanted to meet you at Hooters and we get some wings and everything. Nick, you seen it like you was gonna be a good person, Nick. But
you gonna buy him a steak.
Sudden, you gonna come in here and talk about bias to a certain area. Nick, turn on GPTV. Let me tell you something, Nick. Lowndes County and Valdosta is the largest and the deepest rivalry in the state of Georgia, followed by Northside Warner Robins. I don't care. Look it up. Do your fact check, everything you want to do. Yet and still, every year these teams play, they are not televised. You can televise a Northside Warner Robins game if a team from North Georgia coming to Warner Robins to play them because they got prospects on their team. So don't talk about being biased when the entire GHSA and the state of Georgia has been biased to the North for the last 15 to 20 years. Nick, you lost all my respect then.
Yeah, they'll televise a doggone boring Kale game before they televise a high profile South game.
The North wasn't relevant for a long time. The only time you heard about Northern School was Cartersville, Carrollton, Clark Central. What is it? Tucker? Not Tucker. What that school Quincy Carter went to? Where
Southwest DeKalb.
Yeah, Southwest DeKalb, Marys. Yeah, Parkview later on, Collins Hill later on. Next thing I know, y'all got about 20 new schools up there. Grayson and Mill Creek and
Collins Hill.
Do y'all hear what y'all saying right now? Do y'all hear how y'all talk?
Go ahead, Lego.
No, bottom line of this, the talent shifted from the South to the North.
Stop it.
Plain and
Recruited.
simple.
Recruited.
Plain and simple.
Recruited.
Say
it right.
Plain and simple.
Say
Ain't
it right.
nobody trying to move down. Ain't nobody trying to move down south for their child to play ball. Plain and simple. They rather come up. They have more opportunities. They got more opportunities up. No, let me say. I don't let y'all talk. I'm quiet. They got more opportunities up north for their child to excel and be seen up north than they do down south.
What they got to do with GHSA showing favoritism of North
and being biased.
Who's bringing in the money for GHSA right now? The North, not the South, like it used to be. Plain and simple.
That's bullshit.
Man, I don't know, bro.
Bullshit.
I don't know, bro. That don't sound right.
Y'all don't even get 100% of y'all proceeds, so that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Look at 3A. Look at 6A. Any South teams playing? Does any South teams or Middle Georgia team got a chance for a championship right now? In 3A or 7A? I mean,
Man, listen, but if you gonna say all that, then tell us why are those teams able to achieve the success they have been achieving.
no, we
Just
already had. How
tell it
many,
what it is. Tell the truth
how
for a
many times we
change.
gotta go through this? How many times we gonna go through this conversation?
Tell
The
the
bottom line, it
truth
comes
for a
down to
change.
infrastructure. Bottom line is it comes
No,
down to
man, it's
infrastructure.
more than that. It's
Can we
more than
talk?
infrastructure.
How you
Okay,
figure that?
Go ahead, Jessica.
No. Let me.
Let's talk about what Nick is saying. He said he's a great person. He respects you, Jimmy Wayne, but the North doesn't get any love. He's talking. He said the Metro Atlanta teams ain't North Georgia, so he's talking about
I
up
like
in
that,
the
Nick. I
mountains.
like that. I like that. I
He's
like
talking
that.
about Cedar
You
Falls
said the metro area by
and
themselves, right?
Rome and Cal. Well, we don't like Calhoun, Nick. And
I like
then
that, Nick.
you
I
talking about
respect that, my guy. You backing my Grayson. You backing my Grayson, Nick.
Wait a
Now
minute now,
look,
because
real quick.
if I
You saying
remember
North?
correctly, wasn't there a controversy with Rome and Warner Robin just a couple of seasons ago?
It
I
was.
Wasn't there
don't know
some type
about
of
that.
controversy?
I don't know about Rome. I think it was Cartersville, maybe, and Warner Robins.
I
But
mean,
Cartersville,
okay,
Cartersville
go
and
ahead.
Calhoun, they gon' do that, you know. Now let's be real. Before Georgia High School Association office moves to Thomaston, it was in Rome. Calhoun, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
had some on them folk. I don't
yeah.
care what nobody said.
It was going down up there. But look,
So
real quick, this is just what I want to kind of bring to Thirsty real quick. Thirsty, talent, moving to North Georgia. Who is the reigning, defending national champions in college football?
Bulldogs.
Georgia Bulldogs. Okay.
Yep.
Tell me why the nucleus core of the Georgia Bulldogs starting this run to make the team that they did to fight for a national championship and to be fighting for a national championship this year. Do you know majority of those players were Middle Georgia studs?
yes,
Do you
I
know they
do.
were standouts from Baldwin High School, Peach County High School, to Upson Lee High School? Do you know these standouts was from Middle Georgia, Houston County High School with Jake Fromm? Do you know Middle Georgia putting kids in college? Now, don't get me wrong. You got your NFL players this year. But since you won your championships, who's really standing out in college from Cedar Grove? Who's really standing out from colleges from Buford? Who's really standing
From
out in
Grayson.
college from Grayson? Who's really standing out?
Is that a serious question right now? No.
Yeah, I just asked it. I need an answer.
Okay. Go back to last year's draft. Go back to last year's NFL draft. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Go back to last year's draft. NFL draft.
Trayvon Walker is from
The number one player in the state from Middle Georgia.
How many people from Colquitt County? I mean, not Colquitt. How many players from Chris County? How many players from Peach County got drafted last year?
Hey, but here's what you need to understand.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
First round. How many players from the first round alone come out of Middle Georgia?
No, you got 3 from one school in the metro area last year. Plain and simple.
In the entire draft.
And you got 3 from one school. But you're gonna sit up here and say that North high school players ain't showing out in college? Come on, man.
That's not what he's saying. You saying all the talent moved to North Georgia. He's saying it's not true. But can I address Nick?
What I said was it was a talent shift. That's what I said. It was a shift.
How when the best talent and the best kids at positions? Look,
no, you gonna let me talk? You gonna let me talk now?
Go right here, bro.
I've been letting y'all talk all night. What y'all was doing in the South back in the 80s, 90s, we picked up on it in the North and started doing it. And we started doing it better. Plain and simple. It all started, and I know we all agree on this, it all started with youth football. That's where it started at. We picked up on what y'all was doing down there, brought it up here, we tweaked it, and started doing it better.
Okay, so now can I talk?
You
now?
mean y'all started doing it better by throwing in some recruiting too, correct?
I was just about to say, does the tweaking include recruiting?
I mean, for real. That's the
Right.
point that I
Okay,
was trying to
okay,
get at.
okay, okay. You want to bring her? Who's doing the recruit? Who's
The
recruiting?
coaches. Okay,
Your
Nick says,
No, the
Pee
coaches
Wee, your
ain't. The
recreation,
coaches ain't
your
doing. The coaches
Nick,
ain't doing it. The
come on,
coaches ain't
man.
doing it. The
Come on,
Nick
players
man.
are doing it
says,
because they want to stay together.
Come on, man.
Plain and simple.
okay,
The
Nick
players
says,
Man, I
are doing
ain't
it.
Bull
trying to hear that.
sugar.
That bull
Bull
sugar, bro.
sugar.
Nick
That
says
bull sugar,
Cedartown
man.
has 5 players playing D1 right now. Nick, this is what I want to say to you, and I will admit it. I was up once you get up above 285. I don't really pay attention. I'm being honest with you. So you're absolutely right. I don't know a whole lot about Cedartown. I purposely don't pay attention to Calhoun. Only people I know about is Rome, and so that's something, and Cartersville. So what other teams are we not paying attention to? What insight can you give us? Because we're all about trying to get better and trying to include everybody.
We're inclusive.
So why don't you help us help you and give us some insight? Bring it up. Who do we need to talk about? Who do we need to focus on that's up there in those Georgia mountains that we don't pay attention to?
All right. Who are we overlooking?
Oh, I
Who are we
already told you
overlooking?
just last time we had Nick on, which I told Nick, that whole area over there, you got to think from Paulding County to Paulding County, North Paulding and Paulding playoff runs in 6 and 7A this year. You got Rockmart, you got Cedartown, you got Carterville, you got Rome. You know, we're not talking Calhoun, but you got Bowden, you got Carrollton. All of them are in that west, northwest Georgia area. And not to mention Tryon, who had a good year this year. Like, they got teams up there playing good ball. Ringo, you got teams up there that's playing good ball. It's just, like you said, a lot of that get overshadowed in this side of town because because me personally, you say 285, I'm telling you it's the Spalding Henry County line. Everything south of Spalding County,
yeah,
I don't know and care nothing about. Like, it's just, it just don't mean anything to me.
You're right, because look at Stockbridge. Nobody really talked about them, and they had a little move through the playoffs this year.
And when people said something about Stockbridge, when Buddy came on here talking about Stockbridge, you like Stockbridge.
We told him to really go on. I had to go back and apologize to Buddy because Stockbridge made they run. Yeah. But here's my thing. Everybody call a pot a pot until, you know what I'm saying, you that kettle, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black type thing? It's all good for North Georgia to look at rural areas and speak that. But if say what you're saying. But if Thirsty was in South Georgia, he'll have a different view on it. But guess what? I know somebody who we could talk to who will tell us what the deal is. Let's get Quincy on the show. Quincy will tell us what's up. Nah, Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Preacher man.
Rail gonna tell you what it is. Rail say, I'm joining the ride because we know what we doing. And it gonna come to an end. Then Rail tell her that, Mike.
He did.
Okay, so Nick said that's what I'm saying. Cedartown, Rockmart, Hiram, Paulding, South Paulding, Adairsville, Darlington, Central Carrollton. It's some real heat up here. So what we need you to do, Nick, is to alert us to that so that we can talk about it and so that we can pay attention. Because we're in middle, most of us, you say Metro Atlanta is not North Georgia.
What is it then?
It's North Georgia. Once you pass Jackson, it's North Georgia to us. So the furthest north on this podcast is in Ellenwood. So enlighten us.
Hey y'all.
Go ahead, Drew.
Let me throw out some names to y'all right quick.
Okay.
Just bear with me.
Yes, sir.
Calhoun, Carrollton, St. Pius, Maris, Woodward Academy, Stars Mill, Spalding, Troop, LaGrange, GAC, just to name a few. Grady, M.L. King. What do all those schools have in common?
Beat Peach County Trojans in the playoffs.
Say that again.
They have been beat by the Peach County Trojans in the playoffs.
Peach County have met every single one of them teams in the playoff before, and a lot of times it was way before the GHSA expanded to 7 classes. I remember when a lot of the teams that are now in existence wasn't even heard of back then. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is this, Nick, we recognize their talent up there, Northwest Georgia, Metro Atlanta, West Georgia. We recognize their talented football programs up there. You know what I'm saying? Peach County have played a lot of them. Creekside. You know what I'm saying? See, if you were to say those names to people who are football fans now, they'll be like, yeah, those teams are great. But we've seen these teams before. That's why we could get on here and say what we're saying. Now, a lot of times the North won't admit that it's more than just doing something better than what the South does. It's a little more to it, and we know it. You know what I'm saying? Now, will that be admitted on the podcast? Of course not. Of course not. But we all know if you strip off the parts and they play at the school that they originally supposed to play at, a lot of these schools would not be contenders, and we know that. You know what I'm saying? So just stop the cap. Just appreciate the fact that y'all enjoying success on the field. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the ride while it lasts, because it will come to the end. Where is Southwest DeKalb now? Where are they? We don't even hear about them anymore.
Oh, man.
Do we or do we not?
They went to Gresham Park and decided they're gonna play.
Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny because y'all don't want to recognize the disadvantage that basically once you get past Macon, it's a big disadvantage to y'all down there than what's going on up here. It's a big disadvantage to y'all because
what's the disadvantage?
The disadvantage is we got more schools. We can move around without having to pay an out of county tax fee or anything.
Mike,
we can move around.
Mike,
people ain't doing that down there.
Houston County.
I said past Macon.
Okay,
Macon,
Houston County is south of Macon.
Okay, man, that's part of Macon.
No, it's not.
No, it's
not. No, it's not. They're totally separate, bro.
I consider
it totally separate, bro. No, it's not. It's not.
It's closer.
It's not.
County is closer to Peach County than it is to Macon.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, just a little history for you. Peach County was a part of Houston County.
Mm-hmm.
They took land from Houston County, Crawford County, and Macon County to make Peach County.
It's it's the youngest county in the state.
Youngest county in the state. And the third smallest.
Well, y'all got y'all shoes tied on tight right now. Go ahead, keep that dancing.
Okay, let me stop you right quick. See, this is what I'm talking about. This the kind of stuff I be talking about. You see what happened when Lego sets get full of themselves? You can't tell them that.
I'm not
talking. Let's just move on to something else. Let's give the people what they want. Let's talk about Cedar Time, Cedar Woods, Cedar Green, Cedar Street. You know what I'm saying? Cedar City, anything Cedar except Cedar Grove. Let's talk about it. Let's just give the people what they want, because this conversation ain't going nowhere. Let's just give the people what they want.
So, whatever happened to Cedar Shoals High School then?
In Athens?
Yeah.
They still around?
Okay. Let's talk about anything Cedar except Grove.
I didn't say the name. I'm just talking about the metro area.
That's
all I'm talking about.
That's a good question, though. What happened to Clark Central? They used to be beat up on everybody.
They went to a basketball team.
They made the playoffs this year. They made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they made the playoffs, but they dominating basketball now.
So here's the thing. Nick said just one of y'all tune in Friday night, Cedar Town versus North Oconee. How about we do you one better? How about you come on and talk to us about it?
Yeah, come on the show, man. Come on the film. Come on the film.
Win or lose.
Yeah, because I mean, what we do is sometimes we talk about what people are interested in, and we want to, like I said, we want to know. We want to talk about Cedar Town. I want to know. So,
Nah, no, you know what? From here on out, we can't call it City Town no more. We gotta call it Chub Town.
oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
that right. Nick Chubb played. That's right.
No, that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Chubb.
yeah.
That
We
is
Yeah.
gotta call it
true
Chub Town.
too.
Chub
hmm
Town.
Yes. Oh, he is. I love him.
Oh, City
I
Town,
love me some Nick Chubb.
Girl,
City
hey, girl,
Town had a
girl.
beef last year
Hold on, hold
running
on,
the ball.
hold on. Auntie Jess, you can't say that because Coach Crow might hear you.
What?
I know. Crow ain't showed up. Keep saying it so he might show up, girl.
He gonna mess around and pop up. He gonna call in.
Child, Coach
Man, they
Crow ain't
doing
one
man.
word
Coach
about.
Crow, man, that dude's something else. He's something else.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
look. We know Coach Crow is helping Allen County prepare while he on the campaign trail getting paid to pass blue ribbon and tobacco chew.
And kissing babies.
For Herschel Walker.
Yeah, with Herschel Walker. We understand that, but hey, he'll mess around and call in a heartbeat. Now, be careful.
But
Be careful what you say
child,
now.
this
Yeah,
is
he will
true.
do that. You right
He
about
always
that.
got his eyes on Jess.
Child, that ain't the one y'all need to be worried about. But I digress.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shut
Yep.
up.
Time to run some errands.
Oh, whatever. So
Ah,
anyway,
You
yeah,
know
I'm
what?
pretty shocked no one is putting Colquitt versus Carrollton on TV as well. And I think, and I listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Maybe one of the reasons why they don't GHSA does not televise in South Georgia as opposed to North Georgia might be because of cost. Travel costs and all that other stuff. It might be bullshit, but I
They
think
it's
got
that
money.
bullshit,
They got
bro.
I
money.
think that
Listen,
They got
that was
money.
one
Georgia
of the
is
reasons that they
state
gave.
provided television. They
That's one of
got
the
it.
reasons
yeah,
they
it's,
gave.
yeah, yeah, it's a state. Yeah, it's a state funded organization.
Yes,
It's a
they
state
got
funded
it.
channel.
They got it.
You think they
That's
got
what.
it?
They
Oh,
Of
got
Okay.
course they
I
got
wouldn't
it.
say that's our tax dollars at work.
it. Exactly.
Sean said, once we get through the games, can everyone give a list of coaches who they think would be a good fit at Peach?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Once the
we could
season.
say that for another show, I guess, because we about to
Oh,
run out of time.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good all season discussion right there.
Child, they
yeah.
probably have somebody in there by
Because a
then.
lot more jobs gonna come open when the season completes, after December 10th.
Yeah, I agree. But one
Let me ask
thing.
y'all that question: is Schley County that like Ellerville and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Schley County is Ellaville.
So that's good to see Ellerville. You got Taylor County, Schley County, what is Chattahoochee County, all of that. It's good to see Schley County still in the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Buena Vista all over there.
Yeah, Buena Vista and all that. Buena Vista, it's
Hey,
one of them. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Used
But
to be, used to be
anyway,
Clark
Johnson
County.
County, Schley County should be a good one.
hey,
Yeah.
let me tell you something though, Joe. Sly County, bona fide move.
Is that right? Hmm.
Macon County is not Macon County this year. Bona fide
Because of that.
move. Bona fide move.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, you know what? That probably was the case with Chattahoochee County. Was it last season or the year before last? You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
they were real good.
Stud running
So
back.
I'm not surprised.
Stud running back at Chattahoochee County.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
well, they just ran up against a dog in Johnson County this year. That's all that was.
Yep. If it was a different matchup, I could see Sly and Johnson playing for a championship. But unfortunately, it's gonna be Johnson.
well,
Yeah, Johnson got history though. You know what I'm saying? They used to keep some pretty good teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Somebody wants you to repeat what you said about Schleier, yo.
Hey,
bona fide moves.
yes.
yes, sir.
You or Kira close it out for me, please.
Okay. Baby girl, you want to do it? You want me to do it?
Hold on. What he asked me to do, I didn't hear him.
Close. You want to close it out or you want me to do it?
You can. I just gotta say real quick. I've been MIA, but I'm still rapping Thomasville High. There's so much I could say about the last game, but I'm not because it's over and done with. But I will be here for the remainder of the season. Don't think y'all got rid of me that fast.
Of
There you go,
course.
sis. Glad to
You
have
got
you back.
things to do, baby. You did one of the most important things anybody could ever do. You brought life into the world. Honey,
Right.
you
And
good.
was trying to do it with low blood pressure, because boy, football just really did something to me this season. Having to watch from home and shit, I just couldn't take it.
Bless your heart. But you made it. You made it.
Yes, I did. And
our
I will
baby is
forever
here.
rep Thomasville High. So this is me saying good night until the next show, you guys.
All right.
All right, Kier.
Okay, so we thank you so very much, everybody, for participating and for listening to our podcast tonight. Thank you so much to all my panel members. Thanks. A shout out to the Wizard for his hard work in doing the pick'ems and the predictions. We certainly appreciate him. Shout out to Omar, who came on to speak with us. This show is over for tonight, but please make sure that you come on Friday night around 11 p.m., maybe 11, no later than 11:15, to get the recap of the show. Recap of the games that are going down on Friday night. We have a lot of great games. Some barn burners. So
Everything but 3A. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we got some barn burners, and so wherever you go Friday night, I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to enjoy yourselves, and I want you to come back to the show, because a lot of y'all stick in your chest that I don't want you to go incognito because you get mollywopped. And I'll say this: for those of you who disagree with the Wizards' picks for this week, just fill out the pick'em, prove them wrong. And you've got up until Friday at 6:00 to get your picks in. Okay.
Yes.
With that said, does anybody else on the panel have anything to say?
Well, only thing I want to say is thank everybody for listening, and one quick question. So as a panel, do we see any upsets this week? That's just a quick question.
It all depends. If you're looking at Thompson as an underdog, then I like Thompson for the upset.
All right.
Only other Carrollton as a possible upset. I
No
know
ball change.
Jimmy Wayne doesn't believe me, but it could be a possible upset. But again, I'm not a prognosticator, so I ain't gonna say that. And to those of you, we had a lot of people join the group. I want y'all to understand that you need to answer all of the questions. And some of you have just been pending, and you're wondering because you said, "Hey, I answered all the questions," but you did not agree to the terms and conditions. Not only must you answer the questions, but you've got to agree to the terms and conditions. You got to make sure you have a profile picture, because we don't take kids and we don't take fake accounts. Yes.
Come on, wrap it up. I gotta go.
Okay, we'll head out.
Man, we got this EP. Go and do what you do, EP. We got this.
You don't tell me nothing.
Okay, guys. Well, anyway, we will see y'all back on Friday evening at 11:15. Y'all take it light.
And you better not lose.
All right, peace.
Peace up, A-Time.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a meeting.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend. Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt you. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.